It works, man. You just need to put them together. I just don't understand how people don't see this. You just put this over here and you put that together, and when you connect them, I know they don't look like they connect, but they do. They connect, and when you put them together, it gives you the whole picture. Why don't they get it?
Hello everybody, welcome to GameGorgon. As far as you know, my name is Krug.
And as far as you know, my name is Indigo.
And we're here today to talk to you about a potential new Diablo title that we're actually really hoping exists.
Okay, so this gets kind of in-depth, and it's not complicated, but it's really, really interesting.
I've stumbled onto a major company conspiracy, Mac. How about that for stress?
So about 8 months ago, before the Necromancer download came out, and by download I mean DLC came out, there was a whole bunch of people going, hey, when are we going to see new content for Diablo? When are we going to see new content for Diablo? And they basically said, look, if we wanted to make a new expansion, it's going to take us too long, and it's going to take us a long time to do that. So what we did is we came out with a playable character pack.
Sure.
And that took them 1 year, right, to make that character pack. So we know how long that takes. About the same time that they were releasing the Necromancer pack, they also had a ton of job listings for a Diablo title, right? And we don't know what that is. We don't know if that is a new expansion, because they said, oh, well, we want to do an expansion.
Yeah.
But here's the key thing, though, is it's a lot of new positions. Like, there's a full Diablo team that already works there, and they're looking at getting people to work on a new Diablo title. And there's a lot of positions that they're looking for.
Some of the positions that were available 8 months ago were senior software engineer, software engineers for different tools and operations, creative directors, a senior level designer, doesn't really specify anything outside of that, a production director, technical artists, environmental artists, and the list goes on.
Now, the key thing to remember here is that the production director has, at the end of it, unannounced title for a Diablo franchise, okay? And within that, they have some very key pluses that they like. One of them, which is massive multiplayer game development experience. Okay, so you have an unannounced Diablo title that you're looking for people that have MMORPG experience, basically. Now, we know that this is going to be a Diablo title and not like a Diablo-esque title, is because they require a cover letter that specifically states why you want to work for Blizzard and Diablo specifically. So it's like, okay, what about Diablo
Interests you? What about Diablo gets your creative juices flowing? It seems like they are hiring a whole new team of people for a game that already exists, but there's one key person that they want to have MMO experience. So it's kind of hard to not assume something, right?
Well, and we also know that with the current market of gaming, that they have to have a longevity for money, right? If
Sure.
you look at the games that get updated, there are games that either have a subscription base or microtransaction or both.
Games as a service is becoming the thing now.
There is no Carol in HR.
Yeah, and Diablo doesn't really have that. Now, Diablo in other markets is actually a free-to-play game that you pay for microtransactions, but here in the States, it was a box price game that you got to play forever. And they're adding new content, but it's not like playable, payable content. Like the last one was the Necromancer. And so they need a game that's going to add to their market right now, that's going to give them more and more
sustained revenue.
Exactly. Sustained revenue and also ability to update. So an MMO isn't out of the picture.
Right. And I think Diablo kind of lends itself to that kind of gameplay, right? Like the normal MMO, like point and click and move here and press 1 to cast ability on your target. And that kind of gameplay I think is kind of dead. I don't think people play that anymore. Even in MOBAs now, a lot of everything is skill shot based. And this game, Diablo, lends itself to that kind of gameplay really, really well. And I would love to see those mechanics kind of just ported over into an MMO. And
Yeah.
like the PvP would be really fun. I'd play that. I mean, they'd have to like scale the damage down drastically. Because right now, if you PvP anything in Diablo, you one-shot each other, and that's it. Like, at later levels, it's crazy. Another thing that points to a new Diablo title is Goldman Sachs raising Blizzard's rating in 2019 and 2020, and among the reasons that they mentioned for doing that was a potential new Overwatch title and a potential new Diablo title, as well as increased revenue potential in those 2 years. So maybe they know something we don't.
The other thing they also mentioned is that there's also going to be a mobile app or mobile game that's going to be developed. Now, we know that this has some truth to it because there was a job hiring for mobile gaming positions on Blizzard's website. So we know that they are working on a mobile thing. We know that they're working on a Diablo title of some sort.
Jump to conclusions, Matt.
The only thing that we're kind of iffy about is the Overwatch 2, which is what they called it.
Yeah.
Overwatch 2.
Well, and then you mentioned something about how they speak with investors sometimes.
Yes, so they have these like schedules of what games that they're going to be coming out with and like what year and about the timeline that they're looking at. Now, the names of the titles are not necessarily the most understandable. Like, you don't know what it means. Like, for example, Heroes of the Storm, originally when it was posted on these scheduled plans, was called StarCraft 2 Phoenix. And so you don't really, you're like, okay, they're coming out with a new StarCraft 2 title. But it wasn't a StarCraft 2 title, it was a completely new title. The other thing is that Titan, which was the originally planned name for a space MMO, which everyone thought, oh my god, they're gonna do StarCraft MMO, ended up becoming Overwatch. Now, they've done this a bunch in the past, and it's just because it's loosely based in that area. So we don't know if the Overwatch 2 title that they're talking about is just going to be a large content drop for Overwatch, or if it's going to be an Overwatch offshoot or a new game that's going to somehow connect to Overwatch. That also goes for the Diablo title too, though. And
yeah, it could be something wildly unrelated to Diablo. It could be, you know, a Hearthstone update.
Yeah, Hearthstone is going to add Diablo to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of speculation that's going on. There's a reason why we're wearing the tinfoil hats. But all things are leading to a new Diablo-specific title.
Something.
We're hoping it's an MMO. I would really love that. Now, fans were kind of upset about this idea because they're saying that why would Blizzard want two different games competing against each other? But I don't necessarily feel that people that play World of Warcraft are necessarily Diablo players.
Sure.
And people that play Diablo.
I think they're MMO players, and I think that a huge portion of them will at the very least want to try Diablo. And if that gets them out of their subscription for WoW, assuming that the Diablo MMO also has a subscription model, which hopefully it doesn't, agreed, then it's going to drop the player base for WoW for a bit because they're not going to be able to log in while they're trying Diablo. It's just kind of a financial constraint at that point, right? Assuming that that's the way that pricing works.
You'll always Blizzard will always find a way to milk you, though.
Sure. Like if you subscribe for one, you get both. I wouldn't doubt that. Maybe they think that offering two games for the price of what used to be one game. And you just buy the
box price?
Or maybe like buy one subscription for one game and get the other one for an additional $3 instead of $15 every month or something like that. That could make some money flow. I think that would be good.
There's some really interesting ideas there.
Worst idea I've ever heard in my lifetime.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Let us know down in the comments what you guys think the new Diablo is going to be. Is it Diablo 4? Is it World of Diablo?
Ooh, Diablo World? Sounds like a theme park.
It does.
All of this is leading to a theme park.
Let us know down in the comments while you're down there. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps us. If you didn't like the video, give us a thumbs down and let us know why you didn't like the video. Hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, all that fun stuff. My name's Indigo. You can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT.
My name's Crew. You can get me at CrewQT on Twitter. You can also get both of us at _QueueTimes. We've been GameGorgon. We will see you all next time. Hey, you guys want to hear somebody yell at me?
She's specifically not going to yell at you.
Yeah, because I said that.
Bye.
Bye.